Shane Gillis just broke the world record for most attendees at a stand-up comedy show this past weekend, literally hosting more than 71,000 people. He also broke the world record for most stand-up comedy tickets sold. I think he's become too MAGA-coded for me these days, but the day one dog in me is very proud for him and all his success. The big night seemed to go off without a hitch until Shane made the decision to bring Dave Chappelle up on stage for them to riff together, where Dave asked Shane to do a Joe Rogan impression so he could impersonate J.D. Vance's appearance on JRE. Let's just say things got very awkward for Shane after that. Take a look.
Yeah, if you do my favorite impression of Trump that anyone's ever done. I want to hear your impression of you asking Trump to send the Air Force over your show.
What's going on there? What are you doing?
I said, Mr. President, can I please have the Air Force?
Is it a gathering of whites?
I say, sir, it's the largest gathering of whites in the history of Philadelphia.
Well, then we love it. We're going to send you the Mustang, the Air Force. The guys who bombed Japan. How about that? They bombed Japan.
What I'm trying to figure out is how do you promote a show in Philadelphia and no black people hear about it?
Hey, yeah, you know what's funny? I was like, there's one black person, it's fucking Tiffany Haddish. Shout out, Tiffany.
I was sitting in the back with Tiffany Haddish and Meek Mill's like, well, we got each other.
Guys, I gotta tell you, this show gets a lot blacker, but we'll wait.
No. Never, don't tip your hand yet. Hey, can you do more impressions?
Yeah.
Can you do a good Joe Rogan impression?
Fuck, I don't know if I can.
I'll be J.D. Vance, and you be Joe Rogan. All right, ready? Hey, I'm a big.
Whoa. That's my Rogan.
No, that's not right.
It's a very good J.D. Vance.
This is J.D. Vance. He is not gay. Dave Chappelle said he was gay. He's not. Dave Chappelle is a liar. J.D. Vance is straight and cool.
I wonder if Dave warned Shane ahead of time that he was going to bring up J.D. Vance appearing on Joe Rogan's podcast, because Shane did not seem ready. Asking Shane to do a Joe Rogan impression while you're basically mocking Joe for having psycho Vice President J.D. Vance on his podcast was peak evil. Dave knows Shane Gillis is very good friends with Joe Rogan, and he also knows damn well that Shane wouldn't be comfortable impersonating him. So maybe Dave did this on purpose to get back at Shane for the racist jokes he did at the Kevin Hart roast, but that's just a theory of mine. It's more likely that Dave just doesn't give a fuck and wanted to call out some absolute bullshit, and Shane was caught in the crosshairs. In any case, I enjoyed it because it put Shane on the spot and was forcing him to talk about stuff he avoids due to his allegiance with Joe Rogan and the MAGA crowd. And I have to be honest, as a comedian, Shane kind of acted like a coward in the moment by making an excuse about not having a good impression of Joe to try and get out of the bit. And he was only saved because I think Dave could tell how awkward it was getting, and so he pivoted away from the topic before Joe was insulted too badly. While I empathize with Shane for not wanting to do an impression that would mock his friend, I also think just because you are friends with someone, it doesn't mean you don't call them out when they do something bad. Having J.D. Vance on his podcast so he could spew lies was bad of Joe Rogan and wrong, and Shane should be okay with calling out bad stuff if he's not caught up in political allegiances. Because otherwise, how can Tim Dillon be really good friends with Joe Rogan but yet still call him out on a daily basis? Tim mocks Joe Rogan's actions and words all the time on his own podcast, The Tim Dillon Show, and he will even satire entire segments from the Joe Rogan Experience that he finds hypocritical or troubling. Tim even straight up calls Joe out at times, even though sometimes it's veiled. Take a look.
He actually said, no, we're going to release these files. He thought, he was annoyed by the story. He was annoyed by the Democrats accusing him of doing things bad.
The demographic of people that this appeals to or that this works on, I mean, I've met some of them, so I know who they are, and I'm not going to claim that I don't know them. I know some of them intimately.
Gay of the comics, I think. So he's being like kind of gay and he's bombing. And then and then Rogan's behind me. And then we walk back in the green room. Rogan goes, he's bombing, man. He can't be here. And I go, I know. I'm getting him off right now. And I run at him and I go, light him now. He's like, what's going on? I go, light him now. I start texting to Rosa. I'm like, get back here. And then the kid got off stage and I felt really bad. I said, listen, and this is the worst nightmare of anybody, right? I go, listen, he got off because it was a little tough. He was still smiling. I go, no. Here's the thing. I go, you gotta go right now. He goes, what do you mean? My bag's in the green room. I go, yeah. You gotta get out of this club right now. Joe's security is gonna kill you. Joe is unhappy and it looks really bad for me. Get the fuck out. I've worked years. You get the fuck out of here. He goes, where do I go? I go, I don't know. Just walk around 6th Street.
Joe Rogan was in the White House recently announcing the FDA approval of Ibogaine. It is a new drug used to cure opioid addiction. So joining me today is a veteran that is taking Ibogaine. Mike, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Of course.
Whether you agree with Tim or not, at least he isn't a coward when it counts. He calls Joe out all the time because he understands that the shit Joe is doing can have devastating consequences. So I guess I don't really think it's good enough for Shane to pussy out from a topic just because of loyalty. That is bitch work. And I know Shane can be above that because when he was asked by TMZ how he felt about the bigoted remarks made about Michelle Obama at the UFC White House event, he immediately made it clear he did not think the remarks were funny. And he even reacted bothered at the inappropriate question the TMZ interviewer asked him as a follow-up. Take a look.
What do you think of him saying Michelle Obama's a man?
I didn't love that.
Didn't love it? How come?
Why did you think?
A lot of people have said the opposite. That's why I
don't like that. Trump's job.
Yes, we're all good. Thank you.
So Shane is capable of doing the right thing. At what point do we start demanding people like Shane Gillis take off their Joe Rogan colored glasses and start calling out BS? Why do we let them claim to love their country while being best friends with the guy hosting on his show, the people who are destroying it? Being a new guest on the Joe Rogan Experience has unfortunately become a litmus test for evil. Not one new guest Joe has had on his show in the last few years hasn't been an evil political propagandist with zero exceptions. Sorry. And Shane never acknowledging this reality and constantly kowtowing to Joe has become pathetic. I'm glad Dave Chappelle attempted to mock JD Vance's appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I really wish Shane had risen to the moment to speak truth to power, instead of what he chose to do, which was letting power speak instead. What do you think? Did Shane pussy out in the moment a little bit when he was asked to do an impression of Joe Rogan? And does it even bother you that Shane never speaks truthfully when it comes to Joe? Let me know, and thank you so much for watching.